World War One. Charles D. Sassano, Omicron. He was 15 years and 4 months old when he went out and bought his first pair of trousers so that he could enlist in the United States Navy in 1917. He served and subsequently was released from the Navy and then continued his career in college, and he subsequently got into the Alpha Phi Delta fraternity. He is our youngest brother to have ever served in the First War. Carlos Antonio Nesta, he's listed as American, 1895 to 1990. He was born in Italy. He arrived in Buffalo at the age of 8 years of age, and he attained his American citizenship when he was 13 years old. He served as an intelligence branch in the Army from 1917 to 1919, and he served behind French lines. Those are just two examples of Alpha Phi Delta. We were there in World War I. In World War II, Lieutenant Colonel Rhea, Psi Chapter. He was one of the heads of the war crime group in Dachau, Germany. Pasquale Francis. Dr. Francis is the founder of Astoria General Hospital in Queens, and he attained the rank of general. Vincent Contronio, who is present this year at the 2012 Fraternity Convention. He became a member of Alpha Phi Delta Fraternity, Epsilon Chapter, in 1934. Dr. Vincent Contronio was part of the Army Medical Corps. He received the Silver Star and the Bronze Star. He has been a practicing family physician for over 61 years. In World War II, Alpha Phi Delta, we were there. Korea, Vincent Lombardi, Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Beta Eta. After 30 successful missions, his Thunderbolt jet was hit in midair and crashed. His body could not be returned because there was no body parts to be found. He was promoted to lieutenant just 1 day prior to his demise. John Contrada, Sergeant, Theta Beta, Bronze Star, V device. November 5th, 1951. His regiment was under a vicious assault by overwhelming forces, yet he stood his ground and continued his mission while the enemy was only 30 yards away. Korea, Alpha Phi Delta, we were there. Vietnam, Carl Nunziata, Youngstown State. He retired as a major in the U.S. Army. Bronze Star and Purple Heart. He was a disabled veteran. He is a disabled veteran. Ralph Parmigiani, Lieutenant in Vietnam, Beta Sigma Chapter, 1962. Zeke, as we know him as, was present at the 2012 National Convention, the recipient of the Bronze Star. Vietnam, Alpha Phi Delta, we were there. We were there in other conflicts to include Operation Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation New Dawn, and lastly, Operation Enduring Freedom, where Joshua David Ladd of Delta Chapter got initiated into the chapter in 2012. He served and was the recipient of the Purple Heart. Alpha Phi Delta, we were there. We have been there not only during the time of combat, but during peacetime to make sure that we had on our uniform. We raised our hand. We took a pledge, and our pledge was to defend our country. Just a poem that I like to read. It's the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of speech. It's the soldier, not the poet, who has given us the freedom of speech. It's the soldier, not the politician, that ensures our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag. Alpha Phi Delta, we were there, and we are there for our country.